Hi, I'm Shayna, and if you're new here, this is the Ready to Love episode 4 review for the Miami season. I was outside last night. I was outside in the streets, so I'm exhausted. I feel like I got beat down. I'm tired. I got my iced coffee here, but we're gonna get straight into it. Before we do, make sure you subscribe, like the video, comment. It definitely helps me out being a new, smaller YouTuber. So the women, they meet in the ladies' lounge. It's their week to make the decision on what man goes home. Tommy lets them know that they're going to be having a big old party. They're going to have an all-white affair. So they definitely have to dress to impress later on in the week. We start our first dates off with Randall and Kayla. I thought that they looked like they could be a real couple. You know, in real life, I could see them being together. They look nice together. Randall wants a family, but he wants to have fun with his partner first. They're feeding each other. They're being flirtatious. Very similar to the date that he had with Trinika. So that just seems to be his dating style. She said they have a lot in common. Trinika said the same thing. So, you know, it's giving redundant, it's giving deja vu. Jamala goes on a date with Justice. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I ain't feeling him. I tried to give him a chance, but I am not feeling him. And we're gonna see if the ladies are feeling him later on in the episode. She said she was disappointed with the communication. They haven't really been communicating. He's inconsistent and she's not liking it. He once again reiterates that he don't like to spend money on women. He's not taking you out on no date. He's not gonna fine wine and dine you. He's not romantic. He's not going to romance you, is what he said verbatim. He's not going to romance you. He'll, you know, talk to you on the phone, or he'll go to the beach, but you know, to walk around for the free. But he want to Netflix and chill. He ain't trying to spend his coin on nobody, which is why he's on these shows, so he can go on these free dates. I understand that it can get expensive dating for a man. I get that. That's why you need to be selective. But baby, if you don't got no money to date, you don't need to be dating. You don't need to be dating nobody then, since you want to be so cheap. You got to take women out on dates. You have to, how can you get to know somebody if you don't want to go out on a date? It is a red flag for me. Yes, you don't got to be, every date doesn't have to be expensive, but you can get a thoughtful, nice date, and you don't have to be talking to don't date 100 women. Then you don't have to spend money on all 100 women to take them out on dates. But I mean, he just was no nonsense, and he keeps saying it, and it's a turn off. You know, Jamala thinks he's arrogant. I think he can go home. Honestly, he should have went home right behind Devin. He can go. There's really no man that I'm just like, yeah, you know. Samson's starting to come around. But these men here in Miami, I don't see it for them. But it's still early in the season. That can change. So everyone arrives at the day party. The white party is going to be that night. Tommy introduces his wife. You know, she's very lovely, very sweet. We've met her before. I wish we would see a little more of her. He says it's been 21 years. Nephew Tommy. Tommy, I love Tommy. I do, I promise you. What are we talking about? Y'all, now the last time you was saying you was with her since 88. Y'all been together since college. Y'all been together since college, but the streets was talking. And upon research, this ain't even allegedly. He took about 30 years to marry his wife. They just got married in 2016. So what we talking about 21 years? Everybody always be like, oh my gosh, what's y'all's secret? How y'all been doing it so long? Been doing it so long. They newlyweds. Yes, y'all been together for so long. I don't know if it's been on and off the whole time, but they just got married about a few years ago. You know, they like to do the strawberry letter, everything on his show. Listen, I'm all fine for y'all going to getting a male's perspective and getting some advice. Don't let nobody take 30 years to marry you. Don't do it. But look, Mrs. Jackie Miles said, I done put too much time and effort into this man. I'm not letting him go. And I feel you. But they make an amazing couple now. I really do like them together. Randall has a connection with, what did I just say her name was? I'm sorry if I say it wrong. Trinish, Kayla, and Jamala. I can't read my handwriting. I wrote my notes last night when I came back from being outside. So he has 3 connections there. We got a love square going on. He's trying to include Jamala into that. He's just saying he wants to get to know her, but he already got 2 other ladies over there. Brandy started twerking on Mike, making it known that that's her man staking her claim. She's putting all of her eggs into one basket. He's not doing the same. He's getting to know people. I haven't seen her get to know anyone. So, that's a typical mistake that at least one couple makes or someone makes every season. They put all their eggs into one basket. That's exactly what she's doing with Mike. I'm all fine for her and Mike, but it's just she wants children, and it's still a little fuzzy. It's unclear if Mike wants them as well. He told her he does, and maybe he will do that for the right woman, but I'm still getting a feeling, in my opinion, that he doesn't really want anymore. Like, he really don't. I think he just likes her. He just was telling her what she want to hear. Charisse, she pulled Zoe to the side. She said, he's boring. She's not really feeling him, but she wants to try to get to know people. She knows she didn't really make a good first impression for most. So she's trying to flip that thing around, turn it around, and socialize with everybody. He told her he was previously engaged for 1 day. He was with someone for 7 years. And he gave her he said he gave her what she wanted. She wanted to get married. He gave her what she wanted. He gave her the ring because that's what she wanted. And she was like, but it wasn't genuine. That's what she wanted. I don't want somebody to do it because that's what I want. I want someone to do it because that's what they want to do. And he said the next morning after he proposed, he asked for that ring back because he knew she wasn't the one. Why did it take 7 years? Why did it take 7 years? I'm glad that he, didn't drag it on. He should have let her have the ring just for her time and suffering, honestly. But it's something about him, and I just can't quite put my finger on it, but it is something about him. I don't think he's seriously looking to get married. She asked him if marriage was in his future plans, and he said that's the end goal. We shall see. Mike and Charisse talk. She told him that he hurt her feelings the other day when they got into it. And she had a plate in her hand when there was just the 2 of them sitting there. She had a plate of food. And he said, put the food down and let's, talk one-on-one. And it was funny because last week he told KD, he said that she was attacking him while eating a rib. Now he's telling him what he don't want no woman talking to him while eating. It's something about eating and getting into a debate that he just don't like. But she put the plate down. He apologized to her for making her feel away. They hugged it out and said, you know what, we gonna be friends. And that's what that is. So Charisse is slowly starting to come back. At first, she rubbed us all the wrong way. But she's, slowly making a comeback. So Jamala, Kadeem, Mike, and Shakira were sitting at the table. And Katie and Mike started getting into a debate, They weren't arguing or anything, but they were just, having a little discussion. The voices were starting to raise, and Shakira said, I don't like this tone, so I'm going to get out of here. Mike was like, no, sit down, Shakira, where are you going? And she's like, no, I'm going to go. And Katie was like, well, with her past or her troubled past, she doesn't like all that. Like, she don't want to be around all that. And Shakira felt the way because she said, I told y'all that in confidence, and you went and told a man. Like, that wasn't your place to go and tell my business. Now, she didn't go into any great detail. And, you could tell she didn't have any ill intentions behind it. But you have to be mindful with what you say and how it can offend people, especially Shakira, because she is, she seems to be very sensitive. I'm not sure exactly what her troubled past was, but she's very sensitive about it. So, she didn't like that. So she definitely got up out of there after that comment was made. So the white party begins. Everyone's mixing and mingling and dancing and having fun, as they should at the party. Jackie is going around, making her rounds, giving advice to not the couples, but just the random people that are sitting there getting to know each other. Shakira and LJ are talking on the side, and she mentions once again an issue about phone calls, and she said something to Zoe about that last week. Zoe clearly wasn't interested, you know. And, you know, LJ said he did try to call her. They miss each other's calls. She said, if your lifestyle, you know, gets in the way, you know, with, I don't want anything to do with it, basically. Same thing she said to Zoe. And I'm just thinking, if the man doesn't call me back and you feel like he's not interested, then he's just not, and move on. There's other options. That's what we're here for, to get to know people, to see if there's a connection. But she said, you know, she'll walk away. And so it's not looking good for LJ. She seems like she will just, you don't call her back, she cutting you off. She don't got time. She got a child. She don't have time for these games. So Mike is talking to Kayla about his son. And Kayla saying she likes kids. And she must, because she has no kids and Mike has 3. So you gotta like kids to be over there sitting there with Mike. So that was good, because she doesn't think it's baggage. So, you know, good. That was good. Jackie comes over and she's talking to them, and she asks them what they think about the age difference. How do they feel about that age gap? Kayla said this is her preferred age difference. Mike said it's not his preferred age difference, but he'll tolerate it. And Kayla was like, ooh, what, tolerate? And I can tell she was very offended, because he told her at the bowling alley a few weeks back that she was too young for him, which is, it amazes me every time that they're still sitting there talking, because I thought that she was too young for him. But I guess he got to keep his options open. But Kayla, I don't really think this is it. If he going to pick a woman with no children, he going to be over there with the other one. He not really going to be over here, because he just feels you're too young. Even though she seems very mature, I don't see the big deal at this age with their age gap. I think it's fine. But tolerate, I could see why she felt some kind of way about that, because what you mean you tolerate me? I don't like that. So Samson was talking to Sharice, and I'm starting to like them two together, even though, you know, to me they look like they might favor a little bit, like they could be related. But Samson said he wants a woman who understands the struggle and hardship and a rough life. And he finds that women of color are the ones who understand the struggle. It reminds him of his mama, who was struggling. Sharice said, yeah, I'll hold it down. You know, I'll hold you up. And he like, yeah, hold me up like my mama did. I mean, we was struggling and, you know, telling the story about how they had to get cans off the side of the road to help because mama was working 2 jobs and this and that. I was exhausted. Hearing this is exhausting. As a Black woman, I can only speak for myself and other Black women who I know may feel similar. For those of y'all who may feel similar, we are not out here. I don't know why we was singing Miss Independent, INDEP. Man, put that soft life. We want to live the soft life. He's right. Black women, I'm going to just speak because that's the only community I know. We are the ones who got to prove and got to be so rough and understand the struggle, got to be so hard, I got to go through the trenches and got to, why they don't got to do that? They just step right into the soft life. We want to be living soft. We don't want to be, got to hold you down and hold you up and got to prove all this just for you to treat us the way we're supposed to be treated. No. We want to be soft. They say we're so rough and so masculine. We oftentimes don't have a choice. We have to step into that role because we don't feel protected out here. Him saying he wants a woman who understands the struggle isn't a compliment. That's not a good thing. So he gonna put you through hell and back because you understand the struggle. No, ma'am. I don't think so. I mean, he's getting a little bit better. I still remember he said he likes women who chase him. I don't like that. And now he wants a woman who understands the struggle like it. If you saw your mother struggling, why you want your potential future wife or whomever your partner, your spouse, why you want her to be struggling the way your mama had to struggle? Shouldn't you want the opposite for her? Because of that, because of seeing your mother struggle, you want somebody that's not having to deal with that. You don't want to have to put that on somebody because you saw that with your own 2 eyes growing up. But I digress. So Shakira briefly talks to Randall about her past. She didn't go into great detail, but she said she had a rough past. You can see the hurt all over her face. I'm not sure if she's healed from that. I know she got a divorce. She brought up being a single mom again. She said that she was told that she, wasn't good enough for years. I am feeling like for the second time in a row that she is very insecure, and this is just my opinion. I'm a single mother as well, so I get it. But I think she's insecure about being a single mom. Being a single mom and dating is tough. It's tough. Especially, you feel like you may at times feel like who's gonna want me, who's gonna want me. I have, a child or children who, is gonna be harder for me, who's gonna love me, then you have to love my children. I get that. Trust me, I get that. It's hard. But that can't be, you can't just let that become your identity. I know being a mom is just your number one thing, but there's so much more to you than just being a mom. This is for any moms. Like, we just get almost like stuck in this role of just for a mom, especially when you're a single mom. It's literally your life. But we're so much more than that. We have so much more to offer than that. And there's going to be these men. You see, Mike ain't got no problems. He got 3 kids. He ain't having no troubles. You got 1. But and wonder who's gonna love you. If you're beautiful and amazing, don't let that past continue to dictate your future. She got out of that bad situation for a reason, and so I need her to be a little bit more confident about it. Instead of she's showing that she's a little bit insecure about being a single mother and about being divorced. And I think maybe because her ex, was playing on her self-esteem. But I don't think she's healed from that. I think she may need to, even though her son's 7, so he's not a baby. We don't know when she got divorced or when she got out of the situation. It takes everyone different periods of time to heal, but she needs to heal, and I don't think she's fully healed yet. I do like that Randall reassured her and told her anybody would be lucky to have her, and she was so happy to hear it. She needs that reassurance. She's gonna need reassurance when she gets into another relationship, and she needs a man who's patient. So she's definitely gonna need that. Justin leaves and tells Jamala that he's leaving early and lets her know to tell everybody else, including Tommy. I don't know what's going on with these cast members in these newer seasons. Y'all got to let Tommy know. They ain't talking to Tommy. Tommy just in the dark. They was doing that last season. What is going on? Why he got to be finding out stuff through a third party, word of mouth, hearsay? Tommy ain't gonna like that. So Tommy asked the ladies who they're feeling, who they're not feeling. We're wrapping up the night. For the most part, 3 people like Randall. They like Samson. They don't particularly like Justice, LJ, and Zoe. They were at the bottom 3. I'm not sure about LJ. Looney was like, wait a minute now, why is LJ in the bottom? Don't put my man in the bottom. But Justice and Zoe, they can go. Matter of fact, they both can go. I know only one can go, but both of them can go. Honestly. Tommy is upset because Justice left the party early and didn't tell him. So he was like, y'all let Justice know. Because when he left, he told Jamala, I hope I'll see you soon, or I hope I'll get to see you again. He knew he was at the bottom. He knew. If you talking about, I hope I get to see you again, he knew in his heart. He talking about he had to go to a grand opening. No, you wanted to avoid. Now maybe he had to go to the grand opening, but he probably wanted to avoid being in the bottom and being eliminated in front of everybody. He knew. You up here talking being all cheap. Don't nobody like that. And then you ain't offering nothing. I forgot about him on one of the episodes. Your conversation ain't that great. And he told Jamala, but Jamala she ain't even really feeling him like that. So they leave us on a cliffhanger. We don't know who got eliminated. We'll find that on the next episode. So we'll definitely meet back here. Let me know in the comments what you're thinking in the Miami season right now. I'm seeing mixed reviews. Some people are thinking they're not bringing the heat like they thought they would. I think the season is definitely better than the DMV area. DC and Potomac. So I'm definitely liking Miami a lot better. But let me know what y'all think. Make sure to like this video, share it with a friend, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.